Imagine a potter's wheel spinning steadily. The wheel turns, and with each rotation, time unfolds. This is how many Hindus view time, as a cyclical process, constantly in motion. At the heart of this concept lies the Yuga cycle, a fundamental idea in Hindu cosmology. This cycle describes vast epochs of time, each with its own unique characteristics. The Yuga cycle is not just a measure of time, it is a way to understand the spiritual evolution of humankind. It tells a story of our journey, our rise and fall, our moments of enlightenment and periods of darkness. By understanding the Yuga cycle, we gain a deeper understanding of our place in the grand scheme of existence. The Yuga cycle is divided into 4 yugas, or epochs: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. These yugas represent a descent from a golden age of truth and virtue to an iron age of darkness and decline. However, like the potter's wheel, the cycle eventually returns to its starting point, ushering in a new golden age. Yugas and Dharma. The concept of Dharma is intricately linked with the Yuga cycle. Dharma, often translated as righteousness, duty, or cosmic order, is seen as the foundation of a harmonious existence. As we move from the Kali Yuga to the Satya Yuga, the prevalence of Dharma will increase. People will become ethical and compassionate again. This increase in Dharma is reflected in the characteristics of each yuga, with vice and ignorance gradually giving way to virtue and spiritual understanding. However, the Yuga cycle also suggests that Dharma can never be completely extinguished. Even in the Kali Yuga, a spark of Dharma remains, offering the potential for spiritual awakening and the restoration of balance. The first yuga is the Satya Yuga, also known as the Krita Yuga. Satya means truth, and Krita means that which is done. This yuga is the age of perfect balance where dharma, or righteous conduct, prevails. The Satya Yuga is said to last for 4,000 divine years. A divine year is equivalent to 360 human years, making the Satya Yuga an astonishing 1,440,000 human years long. During this time, humans are said to be incredibly long-lived, possessing great wisdom and spiritual power. Life in the Satya Yuga is characterized by peace, harmony, and prosperity. There is no disease, poverty, or crime. Humans live in harmony with nature and with each other. It is a time of spiritual enlightenment, where the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is thin. As the wheel of time turns, the Satya Yuga gives way to the Treta Yuga. Treta means 3, signifying that Dharma, while still strong, is now only 3/4 present. The Treta Yuga lasts for 3,000 divine years, or 1,080,000 human years. During the Treta Yuga, human lifespan decreases, and the first signs of decline begin to appear. While still a time of great spiritual potential, the Treta Yuga sees the emergence of desire and ego. The Treta Yuga is significant for being the age of Lord Rama, the 7th avatar of Vishnu. The epic Ramayana, which tells the story of Rama's life and his battle against the demon king Ravana, is set in this yuga. The third yuga is the Dvapara Yuga, where Dvapara means 2, indicating that Dharma is now only half present. This yuga lasts for 2,000 divine years, or 720,000 human years. In the Dvapara Yuga, human lifespan continues to decrease, and the world sees a further decline in virtue. Desire, ego, and attachment become more prominent, leading to conflicts and imbalances. The Dvapara Yuga is the age of Lord Krishna, the 8th avatar of Vishnu. The epic Mahabharata, which narrates the Kurukshetra war between the Pandavas and Kauravas, takes place in this yuga. The Bhagavad Gita, the sacred text containing Krishna's teachings to Arjuna, is also revealed during this time. The Iron Age, Kali Yuga. Finally, the Wheel of Time brings us to the Kali Yuga, which means strife, discord, or contention. It signifies that Dharma is now only 1/4 present. The Kali Yuga is said to last for 1,000 divine years, or 432,000 human years. The Kali Yuga is considered the darkest of the 4 yugas. Human lifespan is significantly reduced, and the world is rife with conflict, greed, ignorance, and suffering. Materialism and selfishness reign supreme, and spiritual values decline. We have been living in the Kali Yuga all of our lives, but the Kali Yuga is not without hope. It is also the age of great spiritual transformation, where the potential for awakening is considered to be high. Many Hindu scriptures speak of the challenges and opportunities presented by the Kali Yuga. There is no universally agreed upon date for the end of the Kali Yuga and the beginning of the transition to Satya Yuga, but many modern spiritual teachers and scholars suggest that we may be experiencing a gradual transition or awakening that hints at the eventual return to Satya Yuga, and I agree. Sources have indicated that we very recently passed out of Kali Yuga as indicated on the cycle pictured. The cycle continues. The Yuga cycle does not end with the Kali Yuga. Just as the potter's wheel continues to spin, so too does time continue its eternal cycle. After the Kali Yuga reaches its end, a new Satya Yuga will dawn, and the cycle will begin anew. This is where we are, just beginning to enter the Satya Yuga. This cyclical understanding of time is central to Hindu thought. It teaches us that everything is impermanent, that periods of light and darkness follow each other in an eternal dance. This concept provides both solace and a sense of perspective. The Yuga cycle reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope for renewal, and we are on that cusp right now. It encourages us to strive for spiritual growth, even amidst the challenges of the present age. Transitioning from Kali Yuga. The scriptures offer guidance on how to navigate the challenges of the Kali Yuga. Emphasis is placed on cultivating inner strength, developing spiritual practices, and seeking wisdom from the teachings of enlightened beings. The Kali Yuga, despite its difficulties, is seen as a time ripe for spiritual growth, and I believe many are currently or have already been experiencing this spiritual growth. The challenges of this age can serve as catalysts for introspection, self-discovery, and the pursuit of higher truths. As we transition into the amazing Satya Yuga, we should be focusing on our own spiritual development and striving to live in accordance with Dharma. We can not only find peace and fulfillment in the midst of chaos, but we can contribute to the eventual restoration of balance in the world. The Yuga cycle in Hindu thought. The Yuga cycle is not merely a historical or cosmological concept in Hinduism. It is a philosophical framework that informs various aspects of Hindu thought, from ethics and morality to spirituality and liberation. The cycle's cyclical nature reinforces the concepts of karma and reincarnation. Our actions in this life and in previous lives shape our experiences in the present and future. The Yuga cycle also highlights the impermanence of the material world. Everything is in a constant state of flux, subject to creation, preservation, and destruction. This understanding encourages detachment from material possessions and a focus on spiritual growth. The significance of the Yuga cycle. The Yuga cycle offers a profound understanding of time, history, and the human condition. The Yuga cycle reminds us that we are part of a grand cosmic drama, a continuous cycle of creation and dissolution. Understanding the Yuga cycle allows us to see beyond the limitations of our individual lives and connect with a timeless wisdom. It provides a framework for understanding the challenges and opportunities of our time. The Yuga cycle invites us to contemplate our place in the universe, prompting us to live with greater awareness, purpose, and compassion. Conclusion: time and eternity. The Yuga cycle is a powerful reminder that time is not linear but cyclical. It is a journey of ebb and flow, of light and darkness, of creation and destruction. By understanding this cycle, we gain a deeper appreciation for the transient nature of the material world and the eternal nature of the spirit. As we navigate beyond the Kali Yuga, the Yuga cycle offers us a message of hope and resilience. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, the potential for spiritual awakening and the restoration of balance remains. By aligning ourselves with Dharma, we can not only weather the storms of life, but also contribute to the creation of a brighter future. I will end this video with a word namaste, which means I give reverence to you, or the divine in me honors the divine in you.